You're watching Paris for Kids.
This is Paris for Kids, and in this video I walk you around this part of the 5th Arrondissement up near the Seine. It's called the Latin Quarter, although the Latin Quarter is actually much bigger than the part of Paris I'm going to walk you around. It goes further south than I go and also extends west into the 6th Arrondissement. All the walks start from Place Maubert. This one takes you to the garden behind Notre Dame. There is a pedestrian crosswalk at the far end of Place Maubert, right where Rue Monge slashes across Boulevard Saint-Germain and becomes Rue Lagrange. Cross Boulevard Saint-Germain and then cross Rue Lagrange, turn right and go back up to Boulevard Saint-Germain. Then take the first left at Rue de Bièvre. It's a tiny street with very little traffic. Just after number 22, Rue de Bièvre on your left, you will find an adorable public park. There is a fountain and benches to sit on. It's beautiful. It often has one or two men who have been focusing a little too intently on wine, but I've always found them harmless. After you've taken in the park, continue down to the quay, turn right, and cross at the crosswalk to the Pont de l'Archevêché. This is not a pedestrian bridge, but it has nice wide sidewalks and a good view of the back of Notre Dame. After the bridge, on your left, there is a quiet garden where children can run and everybody can sit and eat. There is shade and no shortage of ambiance. It's worth noting that the Pont de l'Archevêché is a lovelock bridge. In June 2014, a panel, not on this bridge, but on the Pont des Arts, collapsed into the Seine because of the weight of the locks. So whenever you're on one of these lovelock bridges, just please ensure that you're holding your child's hand. The second walk takes you to a little church with a beautiful garden. As before, cross Boulevard Saint-Germain at the far end of Place Maubert. This time, walk down Rue Lagrange to where it jogs to the right. Make sure you are on the left-hand side of the street. When Rue Lagrange jogs right, you will be able to see Notre Dame across the river, and Rue Fouard will be on your left. Directly ahead is Saint-Julien-le-Pauvre. The entrance to the garden which encircles the church will be right in front of you. The third walk takes you to the front of Notre Dame. From Place Maubert, cross Boulevard Saint-Germain as before, and again walk down Rue Lagrange. This time, walk down Rue Lagrange all the way to the Seine. Cross the bridge, which is the Pont au Double, and you'll be standing in front of Notre Dame. Years later, recalling my own experience at Notre Dame when I was 12 years old, I wrote this. In a shock of recognition, I realized that I was experiencing beauty for the first time. Here it was, simple, modest, restrained, but powerful and starkly splendid. Here it was. Of course, that's just a fancy way of saying wow, but I'm sure that you and your children will feel the same. The fourth walk is very short, and it takes you to two of the best bakeries in Paris, as well as to an adorable shop that sells toys, children's clothing, and other interesting gifts for children. The bakeries are both owned by Eric Kaiser, who invented a machine that keeps liquid yeast at a constant temperature, and that, well, you asked. He now has bakeries all over the world and much more money than he needs, but the fact is his bread is fantastic. He opened his first shop in 1996, and I was lucky enough to discover him in 1998 when I discovered a lineup outside number 8 Rue Monge. Now, in Paris, there's a bakery every block, so no one lines up at a bakery unless it's very special. Eric Kaiser is. He has a second shop at 14 Rue Monge, and if you look up Maison Kaiser on the net, you can see his locations all over Paris. The children's shop is called La Récréation, les deux tisserands. La récréation just means recess or playtime. Les deux tisserands means two weaver birds. I don't know what a weaver bird is, but it looks a lot like a finch. The shop is superb for kids up to age 6 or 7. We bought my son his first hand luggage at La Récréation. To get to the bakeries, you start at the far end of Place Maubert, outside the fruit and vegetable shop. But instead of going north across Boulevard Saint-Germain, instead go east and cross Rue de la Montagne Sainte-Geneviève. The next street is Rue Monge. Turn right and walk down to number 8. The second shop is at number 14. To get to La Récréation, les deux tisserands, walk back from number 14 Rue Monge to the first crosswalk, cross Rue Monge, and then turn left on Rue des Bernardins. La Récréation is at number 36. When you're done, walk the rest of the block down to Boulevard Saint-Germain.